Good evening and welcome to RTN News. Here to kick off the show today, I'm Lauren Rotella.
And I'm Melissa Priori. Let's start things off with some local news.
A country music sensation, Carrie Underwood, surprised local military family Monday night just before her concert at the Wells Fargo Center. She proudly partnered with Operation Homefront and thanked the Martin family for their service. The couple was in shock and astonished at the warm welcoming recognition and surprise. The superstar and Martin family took plenty of photos, and Underwood announced to them that they would be going on a Carnival cruise, which meant the world to the Martins, who never got to go on a honeymoon because of their deployments.
A mother from Chester County recently received a surprise vacation from the Ellen DeGeneres Show. Having not missed any episodes in the show's 13 seasons, Lori Plans from Westchester received the surprise of a lifetime. Lori wrote to the show last month informing Ellen of her chronic illness. DeGeneres responded by inviting her and her family on the show, as well as a trip to Mexico. Ellen sealed the visit with Lori by presenting matching friendship necklaces.
Broadcasts at Temple University are going international. 2 new voices have joined the crowd in all the cheering at the basketball games, but they're speaking Mandarin. 2 Chinese students are taking the initiative to broadcast play-by-play commentary online in their native language. The broadcasts are only audio-based because of television rights, but the students are able to communicate with the popularity in China of both basketball and the pursuit of American higher education.
Former Miss New Jersey dies after a car crash placed her in critical condition. On February 15th, while traveling along Route 55, Kara McCollum, 24, lost control of her vehicle in slushy conditions. Police identified speed as a factor, and McCollum was not wearing her seatbelt during the crash. She was crowned Miss New Jersey in 2013 and had been recently working as an anchor at SNJ Today. With your latest Prof weather update, here's Deshanti Pittman.
Thank you. Today will be rainy with a high of 44 and a low of 40, and the rain will continue Wednesday with a high of 56 and a low of 51. Thursday and Friday, it is expected to be windy with a few clouds, starting with a high of 53 and a low 32 for Thursday, and a high of 40 and a low 36 for Friday. Even though the week is expected to be gloomy, the weekend, on the other hand, is supposed to be sunny in Glassboro, starting with Saturday with a high of 43 and a low of 33, leading into Saturday with a high of 56 and a low of 39. At least we're not seeing no more snow, so
no more snow. And
that's always good.
We're getting into the rain now, which is
okay. I feel like every time there's nice weather too, I end up working during it. So it's very not beneficial to me.
Yes,
but
just this past weekend was like perfect going outside.
Hope everyone else has a Sunday fun day with this weather. So.
Waitress life.
Yeah.
Well, what are your favorite hot spots in Philly? Coming up after the break, we have some events to share that you will not want to miss. Stay with us.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Give up on sex, don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Welcome back to the show. Right now, we're going to head over to Summer Shiki with everything you need to know for your entertainment update.
Rowan's Theater and Dance Department offers a bold new staging of Claire Booth Luchez's comic masterpiece, The Woman. The humorous play dissects traditional marriage through the eyes of an all-female cast. In collaboration with Ego Po Classic Theater, this production has a powerful acting ensemble featuring some of Philly's best actresses and Rowan's most talented theater majors. The show starts at 8 o'clock on February 25th and 26th in the Toe Hill Theater. Admission is free to all Rowan students. You can have a chance to win up to $10,000 in prizes. The Office of Student Activities is hosting a bingo event, hoping that at least 750 students attend, so the prize pool can jump from $1,000 to $10,000. The event is on February 26th, starting at 10 p.m. till 1 a.m. on the 27th. Rowan undergraduates are only allowed to attend and not and are not permitted to bring a guest. Admission is free for students with a Rowan ID. It's the final week of the ice rink at Dilworth Park and River Rank in Philadelphia. The Center City Outdoor Rink wraps up after a 4-month run with a special Philadelphia Flower Show theme on Wednesday, February 24th. The Penn's Landing Rink continues this week with a last chance to gather around a fire pit, score a treat from the pop-up Franklin Fountain, and more. The last day for skating for the season at both rinks will be Sunday, February 28th. East Passyunk Avenue is hosting its 4th Restaurant Week. The event in Philadelphia, which starts now through the 27th, will showcase 24 award-winning restaurants known for their delicious cuisine. Depending on which restaurant, the tab of a 3-course brunch, lunch, or dinner rings in at $15 to $35. You can find more information about the week at www.eastpassyounkrestaurantweek.com. So what do you guys think about the restaurant week?
Have you ever been to Restaurant Week?
Yes.
Yes?
And it's delicious.
What's your favorite? Where did you go?
I'm not really, that was like a couple years ago, so
There
you're,
was just a little bit
you're
of
messing me
everything
up.
there.
A little bit of everything.
I would
Yes.
love to go to one of those things because, I mean, I definitely love food. And I love, during things like this, so many cultures come together.
Yeah,
And I
there's
love
a
when
lot.
different cultures get to experience each other.
And there's all different restaurants that, you know, cater to everybody.
Right. And have you ever been to Fogo de Chão? It's where you have like the paddle, or you could tell
yeah.
people to keep going if you want to be served, or you can flip it over if you're ready to stop.
Rare all day, rare steaks. A traffic stop in Franklin Township led to a drug arrest, uncovering large amounts of heroin. A little after 11 p.m. on Sunday night, police pulled over 29-year-old Richard Carapucci's vehicle along Route 40. Carapucci was arrested along with 19-year-old passenger Janira Bacon. Along with 62 folds of heroin, cops found a large sum of money. Carapucci is being charged with possession with intent to distribute and other related charges. He is being held at the Salem County Correctional Facility with a bail of $50,000.
Family members of a 3-year-old Egyptian boy sentenced to life in prison last week say they feel relieved after receiving assurances from officials that neither the boy nor his father will be arrested. It appears as if the incident was the wrong identity and that they were looking for an uncle or another relative. The toddler was accused guilty of killing 3 people and sabotaging public and private property during a political demonstration in January 2014. That would mean that the toddler would only have to be 16 months old when he completed the crime. Now with your health check, let's go to Vina Marie Pizzo.
Stepping onto the scale is stressful for just about anyone trying to lose weight, but a recent study at Cornell University is showing that people who lose weight themselves daily lose twice as much weight than people that don't weigh themselves. However, many experts say that person's weight fluctuates too much throughout the day to give an accurate number because of factors ranging from time of day to water retention. A person's fitness is also more than just a number, and a scale doesn't always give an accurate description of physical health. Weighing yourself once or twice a week at the same time each time is sufficient for your health. 10 years ago, a vaccine was introduced to young girls to prevent a sexually transmitted disease that could cause cervical cancer, and according to researchers, it's working very well. Cases of the human papillomavirus, commonly known as HPV, has reduced by 2/3 for teenage women and has even been reduced for women in their 20s. The vaccine is not a required vaccine for women, but it has given women peace of mind for an STD that is still undetectable in men. Cardiac rehabilitation is the physical therapy for those who have suffered from a heart attack. Unfortunately, while it is life-saving, only 13% of heart attack victims actually participate in the rehabilitation. Participants are monitored by doctors and nurses during the 12-week program while they learn proper exercise, diet, and how to control their stress factors. Studies are showing that these programs can prevent a second heart attack from happening and also extend the life of heart attack victims.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I think something that you mentioned earlier on is that girls are constantly weighing themselves, and the fact that you're saying that a scale isn't always accurate.
Right.
I think a lot of people needs to be more aware of that.
I
mean,
know.
Not to be so hard on
muscle
themselves.
weighs in itself, you know, you have girls that start working out relentlessly and they see a pound go up, and you know, it's all distributed.
Even more
differently.
mind-blowing, I can't believe how many people don't go through the rehabilitation after they get heart attacks.
Right.
It takes 12 weeks of your time and your better chance of not having another one.
You break your leg, you need to repair that. You got to do the same with your heart.
Right.
So. Coming up after the break, we'll have more national news and a sports update from Steven Rodriguez. Don't go away.
Packers, Vikings, Packers, Vikings, Vikings.
Red state, blue state, vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
Optimist. Center.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities, our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Bring this one.
Welcome back. An Uber driver in Michigan is being accused of killing 6 people while also injuring 2 this past weekend. After being read his Miranda rights, 45-year-old Jason Dalton confessed that he had taken people's lives. His court appearance is scheduled for March 3rd. He's being charged with 6 counts of murder, 2 attempted murders, and 8 charges of using a gun. A motive is still unknown.
At only 5 years old, kindergartner Chloe Woods saved her blind grandmother from a fire inside their Kenner, Louisiana home. Fire Department District Chief stated that Woods heard a smoke detector go off around 7 a.m. on Wednesday, then went into another bedroom and woke up her blind grandmother, led her outside to safety, and dialed 911. Chloe was happy to announce that she remembered what to do for her heroic move from a safety school trip last fall.
The Pentagon plans to deliver a detailed request to Congress on Tuesday, asking that they close the detention facility at Guantanamo. The Obama administration originally planned for the presentation for mid-November, but was delayed with financial assessments. The plan is to transfer any detainees to other countries that will willingly take them. The goal is for it to be of minimal threat to the United States. This has been a long-running goal of the Obama administration.
106-year-old Virginia McLaurin had her dreams come true on Monday as she danced away with President Barack Obama in no other than the very own White House. McLaurin was delighted and beaming with joy as she introduced herself to the President and First Lady Michelle Obama. As well, McLaurin began her campaign to meet the Obamas back in 2014 when she explained that she didn't think she'd make it to see a colored president and was overwhelmed with excitement when her dreams became a reality. Well, and this woman isn't the only one overjoyed this week. Rowan athletics are doing pretty well for themselves. Let's head over to Steven for this week's sports update.
Thanks, Lauren. The Rowan University men's indoor track team won the 2nd straight NJAC championship this past Monday night. The Profs totaled 197.5 points and were 67.5 points ahead of the second place finisher. Jeff Tucker, Dave Benjamin, and Dior Hightower each took first in their respective competitions, while the 4x800 meter relay team also took home first with a time of 8 minutes and 5.7 seconds. In women's indoor track, Rowan University took home their 4th straight New Jersey Athletic Conference Championship at Ocean Breeze Track Center this past Monday. The Profs finished first with 198.5 points in the 9-team field and finished 27.5 points ahead of the second place, the College of New Jersey. Rowan finished first in all 4 of their relays as the 4x200 relay team ran a time of 1 minute and 45.9 seconds. The 4x800 meter relay team had a time of 9 minutes and 50.06 seconds. The Rowan women's basketball team achieved the first round bye in the NJAC tournament over the weekend with a win over William Patterson 83-65. Caitlin Scholstorm led all scorers with 17 points, while Melissa Lake added 16 points for the Profs. Rowan is the 2nd overall seed in the upcoming tournament and will take on number 3 Stockton University tonight at 7 in SB Gym. This will be the semifinal for the NJAC championship. Rowan University's women's basketball players Caitlin Scholstorm, Kate Matthews, and Anissa Sanchez were all named to the NJAC women's basketball all-conference teams. Scholstorm was named to the first team, Matthews earned 2nd team all honors, and Sanchez received honorable mention recognition. And now to Cody with more about Rowan's playoff ice hockey game.
On Friday, February 19th, the Rowan Profs took on the Ryder Bronx in a 2016 divisional semifinal game in the MAC tournament. The Profs had led the season series 2-0 in the regular season. Striking first in the game were the Profs off a goal from Robert Woworth in the second period, but then Ryder was able to respond with a goal of their own just 7 seconds later from forward Matt Fox. In a tightly contested game of hits and tension between the teams, it would come down to 1 goal in the third, which was an opportunity capitalized by the Bronx and Nicholas Leland. The Bronx would go on to win the matchup 2-1 and would move on to the divisional finals, where they defeated number 1 seed in the MAC North, Penn State. Obviously, 2 upsets here for the Bronx, in which they would go to the finals of the MAC tournament to face the University of Delaware, falling by a score of 3-1. For the Profs, their season does not end here, as they will go to the regional tournament next week, where they open up against the number 6 seed, Ohio University. For the Bronx, they ended their season during this weekend as they failed to make the regionals. The Profs will need 2 wins in the regional tournament in order to advance to the Nationals in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Cody Decker reporting for RTN News.
So what a great year for Rowan sports. I mean, come on.
They're doing great. I have a confession I really have to make, though. I have never, ever been to a hockey game.
Wow.
Ice hockey of any kind.
Any kind?
I've never watched a full one on television. I've never sat in one. So, yeah.
They have great fights. You have to. You
the
have
best
to make
fights.
that.
Best fights.
So if anything else, I should be going for that.
The fights, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes. Great news.
Yes. Do you at least get updates like on your phone?
No, I have no sports.
No ESPN or anything?
No, nothing.
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 Crazy.
Oh, I don't know. Well, what if someone broke into your iPhone? Well, we have Vina Marie on the field to get Rowan's opinion on the FBI court ordering Apple to write a program into breaking iPhones. Vina?
I'm with Ambrielle, who knows a little bit about this Apple thing that's going on. The FBI is requesting information from Apple. What do you think this could lead to?
I think like today, there's already a lack of privacy with people's information, especially with the technology going on. So I think if they make it for even one, it could fall into like the wrong hands, and that's just like, I don't know, I think that's immoral for Apple's part.
Taylor, I have a question for you. Do you think it is morally okay for the government to have access to dead suspects' phones?
No, actually I don't. I think that first we need more information on why they want to have this access, and they don't give enough information in general. So why should we have to give up all of our personal information and data and things that we're doing when the government hides so many things from us? I don't think that's a fair relationship at all.
So if the government could get into people's iPhones, what do you think that they will be looking for exactly when they go into those phones?
And that's the question. What are they going to be looking for? And that's the question that they haven't really answered. It's just too broad, and I think it's just another step and another way to gain access to people's information, and who knows what can happen next. But I just think that it's not a fair relationship unless the government decides to give us information that they're looking for.
Thank you so much, Taylor.
Thank you.
Do you think it should be for suspect only, or do you think the government should have access to this for other reasons?
Well, I think just for like suspect and possibly like also like in medical situations too, because a lot of people have their medical information on their phones, and like any allergies or like if they need like if they have heart problems, like usually they have like a pacemaker or like a tattoo or something, but it really helps out when you don't have like that kind of label.
Thank you so much for your opinions.
You're welcome.
You know, it's a hard situation because you want to believe that the FBI and the people in government are trying to take steps to help people
For all the right reasons.
All the right reasons, but it really is a breach of security to just want Apple to give all the passwords with no reason to give them yet. I think if a situation happened where they needed to unlock a phone and they needed it, that would be a different story.
True.
I don't know.
Now, do you have a lock on your iPhone?
I do.
I don't.
I do.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't really need it. I don't really use it too much, so I don't know.
It's not a privacy thing. I think I just did the update wrong. So I have, but you know, I think that if it's needed, then it's okay. But I don't know if they should just be holding on to all that information.
Yeah. So. Only for safety reasons. Yeah. Gotta believe they have the best interests. Well, as always, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of RTN News. Make sure to tune in next week, same time, same place. I'm Lauren Rotella.
And I'm Melissa Priori. Have a good week, Profs.